My God, I hate drugs.
President Duterte joined tricycle drivers and operators in a gathering yesterday. Also there, some senatorial candidates who just could not resist the chance to make a pitch, even if it's not election period yet. Our senior correspondent Ina Andalong tells us more.
What was supposed to be a regular summit of the Tricycle Operators and Drivers Association or TODA turned out to be what seemed like a campaign rally.
Sa tingin ko, mas maraming biyaya akong maibibigay sa taong bayan bilang mambabatas, kaya hayaan nyo na akong magtangka bumalik sa Senado.
This isn't just a regular TODA summit. President Duterte was guest of honor and speaker. But before he arrived, the audience found themselves listening to some candidates who took the opportunity to make a pitch for themselves. Former presidential spokesman Harry Roque even led a raffle of e-bikes. Then came former special assistant to the president Bongo, clearly banking on the image of his longtime boss.
Galit si Pangulo sa droga. Galit din po ako sa droga. Kung ikukulong ninyo si Pangulo pagdating ng panahon, sasama po ako.
Go even had a friend with him, celebrity Philip Salvador, who upon Go's prodding, even sang for the crowd.
May nagmamahal sa inyo, nandito si Bongo.
Former presidential advisor for political affairs Francis Tolentino was also present. His staff even handed out these pocket calendars bearing his image. In his speech, the former MMDA chief took potshots at Mar Rojas, another senatorial aspirant who is selling himself as an economist.
Ang kailangan lang daw po ekonomista. Hindi po. Kausap ko yung nasa likuran ko nakaputi. Ang kailangan sa transportasyon, barker, dispatcher, operator, tricycle driver. O saan napunta ron ang ekonomista?
President Duterte seems to be in election mode as well. He announced that he will be coming up with his personal slate for the senatorial race. He says these include Go, Tolentino, Bato de la Rosa, Sonny Angara, Pia Cayetano, Cynthia Villar, and Amy Marcos.
But I will be supporting those who supported me during the last election. Utang na loob yan eh.
Indeed, election season is here. Groups like TODA organizations are the targets for most candidates. They're grassroots, ordinary people who come out to vote and perhaps can even influence their neighbors. Ina Andalong, CNN Philippines.
More senatorial aspirants weigh in on the most pressing national issues ahead of the 2019 elections. On Sunday, CNN Philippines will hold its second senatorial forum to let Filipinos get to know their candidates. This will be held at the Ateneo de Manila University. Catch it at 5 in the afternoon, only here on CNN Philippines. The fight is not over for the Cotabato City Mayor as she opposes the bid to join the new Bangsamoro region. Mayor Cynthia Gianni Sayadi tells CNN Philippines she will file a protest before the Commission on Elections against alleged irregularities and violence during the plebiscite in her city. The yes vote got 59%, but the mayor says the breakdown is statistically impossible since the city has voted twice against its inclusion in the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao.
Hindi yan siya reflective of the true will of the people of Cotabato City. I would like to tell you na at the outset pa lang yung mga teachers ng Cotabato City threatened na sila. Pinadalan sila ng mga text messages na pag nag-report sila sa polling places, papatayin sila after plebiscite. So marami sa kanila hindi nag-report, and what happened was that nag-substitute ngayon sila ng ibang mga tao who are not residents from Cotabato City and who are not even voters of Cotabato City. Ang masama pa nito, kung bubuksan mo yung pangalan ng mga taong yan sa Facebook, mga supporters ng ball. So, medyo doon pa lang, no? Hindi na maganda. Aside from that, days before pa, I already wrote the military and the PNP to control yung mga influx ng tao. Pumasok ang outsiders, hindi residente ng Cotabato City. Sa loob ng Cotabato City, not just in hundreds, thousands po. Bawat barangay, libo-libo sila. And this is quite scary dahil natatakot yung mga residente. And actually, sabi ko nga, that is meant to scare the voters away. True to yung mga nangyayari dito sa amin, on the day of the election, hindi nga sila napaalis. Nandun sila sa lahat ng polling places. Sila ang practically kumontrol sa lahat ng polling places. Yun mga Christians na pumapasok, pinapaalis nila, and may mga violence, sobrang yung massive disenfranchisement ng voters. We even caught teachers writing yes doon sa kanyang balota, sa balota ng mga botante. We are going to file a protest before the Commission on Elections. Whatever is the result, ang importante malaman ng tao, malaman ng buong bansa na hindi yan siya reflective ng tunay na nangyari dito.
The House of Representatives approves on second reading a bill lowering the minimum age of criminal responsibility, but with last-minute changes. The bill now proposes a 12-year-old minimum as opposed to the initial plan of 9 years old. The word criminal was also changed to social to make it more acceptable to lawmakers. House Justice Committee Chairman Doyle Achon points out child offenders will not join adult convicts in prison. He says the bill improves on the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act as it gives funding for Bahay Pag-asa or rehabilitation centers for children in conflict with the law. In a chance interview with reporters, President Rodrigo Duterte said he's comfortable with a 12-year-old minimum, but the president also says he would be okay with holding 9-year-olds responsible for crimes. As data breaches become more common, consumers need to take steps to protect their personal information.
There are ways to prevent your data from getting in the wrong hands, especially if you have some old accounts floating around on social media.
CNN's Mary Maloney has details in today's Consumer Watch.
When was the last time you logged into your old MySpace account? Are you sure you really deleted your LiveJournal? Consumer Reports says one easy way to improve data security is to shut down defunct social media accounts. MySpace makes it easy. After you log in, click the gear icon at the bottom left of the page. Select Account, then click Delete Account. LiveJournal is a little more complicated. After you log in, click your username at the top right. Select Settings, then Account, and under Status, click Change. Check the boxes for Delete All My Comments and Delete All Community Entries. From the drop-down menu, change the status to Deleted, then click Submit. You'll want to kill this account sooner rather than later. Even after you take these steps, your data will live on the platform for another year. Were you ever a Blogger user? That's an easy one to take care of. After you log in, select the drop-down menu at the top left. Choose the blog you want to delete if you had more than one, and select Settings, then Other, then Delete Blog. If you don't opt to permanently delete, the platform will keep your info for an additional 90 days. These are far from the only platforms holding on to old data. Any social media accounts or other online forum logins you no longer use should be eliminated. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
There you go. I don't think I can recall myself having a MySpace before.
I don't think I had one either.
Yeah, but you know, I think those are helpful tips, especially if you want to preserve your, you know, if you don't want your information being leaked, it's better to delete old accounts that you haven't been using anyway on social media.
And there's less to maintain. I mean, if you only have a few accounts open that you're actively using, then that'll be so much better than having, 5 or 6 and you're like, what did I do?
Yeah, exactly. I think the only problem for me would be if I had any, other social media accounts floating out there, which I don't think I do. The passwords. If you haven't used it in a long time, you're gonna forget them.
Yun ang pinakamahirap sa lahat. Yung remembering, tatandaan mo yung passwords, or having just your email be sent
The only thing
to reset your account and have a new password.
Yeah, the only thing that has happened to me was on Facebook, wherein somebody actually used my picture and my name.
But not your account.
Well,
just use your picture.
Yeah, but would also say Christine Jacob.
Oh, I remember this.
You remember that? So I'd always said, that's not me, that's not me, because and then you just have to report
Inad ako
it. Friends na kayo.
But just in general, be careful.
It's scary.
Yeah, especially data breach has been out there, like what you said. So it's just be careful, and also containing which information you share online. You're watching New Day here on CNN Philippines. It's not yet the official campaign season, but some candidates just can't help themselves, even attending the president's events. And we know more about the Mental Health Act from one of its principal authors as its implementing rules and regulations get signed. Meanwhile, take a look at your screens right now. There's some of the stories on our website. You can check out cnnphilippines.com as we take a quick break. New Day, we'll be right back.